All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a special kind of video. We're going to be taking a look at the complete Walking Dead collection from volumes 1 through 32, now that they're fully released and now that it's over. Alright, man, so this is a special kind of video to do with you guys. I went through everything and I found them. Here they are. All is like a workout for me to just hold these damn things up. Every volume of the Walking Dead comic book series. This is it, guys. Volume 1 through 32. This is the full set, the full collection. I had lost a couple of them, and do you know where they were? I had volumes 2 and 3. They were under my microphone. I was like looking around for them. Where are these damn volumes? I had them on the microphone under the thing because I keep them all around because I'm always referencing them for videos for Walking Dead stuff, right? So this is it, guys. If you didn't see it recently, we did our review for the very last volume of the Walking Dead comic book series, Rest in Peace, volume 32. So we'll show that. And you know, I thought this would be a really fun video to do with you guys, so I hope you like it. We're just going to take a look at the fully finished, complete collection. Mine are bent, warped, because they were in the background for years, some of these. So they're just they're not worth anything now, these ones. But it was cool to have them because they got good use in the backdrop with you guys over the years. So this is volume 1, Days Gone By, right? So the red cover to start, right? So we start off with, we've got Rick, we've got Lori, and we've got Carl, right? Does he look like Chandler Riggs there? Guys, remember when Chandler Riggs was young, like really, really young? Yeah, man, he looks exactly like him, right? Never really look that much like Andrew Lincoln. Sarah Wayne Callies, yeah, it does look like her to me anyway. Actually looks a lot like her, to be honest, right? So, and at some point here, we should mention that there was the Here's Negan release. So we've got that too. You know, I don't know. It's Walking Dead, so it's there. You know, I guess it's kind of part of it. It's not numbered, but it's a part of the release series. So that was volume 1. Volume 2, Miles Behind Us, really cool, the blue cover, and this volume here, so that one's a fun one. Snow Time, right, which we actually got to see in The Walking Dead this year in the TV series, which I thought we would never see. So there we have the snow, and pretty cool. So I like that one. It's a cool one to see. And then almost right away, Volume 3, Safety Behind Bars. We have the prison, right? So that's really cool. So there's Rick. And he's seeing the prison for the first time, right? And he's thinking, "Oh man, the potential!" And this is funny because they didn't see this in the TV series till like what, the 3rd season or the end of the 2nd season. So there's 3 volumes right there. Volume 4, The Heart's Desire. So here we have on the cover, it's Tyrese and who's his girlfriend in this one in the comic series version? Is it Carol? I'm trying to think. Just trying to think back, man, because the TV series version of Carol is so different. The comic series version of her here, she, commits suicide or whatever as a result. So then we've got The Best Defense, Volume 5, with a nice green here. And is that Glenn in the riot gear or someone in the riot gear on the cover? Yeah, he's wearing the riot gear in this one, so that makes sense. Well, a few of them are actually wearing it. Volume 6, This Sorrowful Life, right, with the kind of the mute blue, sort of almost like a grayish blue cover. You've got Rick, and he's got his head, not feeling good. So we got all the stuff that happened in that one. Man, these are classic, right? Nostalgic volumes for anybody who loves The Walking Dead, right? So number 7, The Calm Before, and here you have Lori, and she's pregnant, right on the cover, so that's cool. The Calm Before, and this one was, oh man, really cool one. Yeah, it is Carol. So she does commit suicide in this one at the end of this volume. Again, TV series version is completely different, and in a good way too. And then this one. So at the beginning, this was the volume to beat right here. Volume number 8, Made to Suffer, with the governor on the cover. Oh, man, the comic book series governor. He's on the back, too. There he is right here. This one, the dark red. It's kind of like a brownish red volume, man. This one was the one to beat at the beginning. This is when the downfall of the prison happens, and you get to see the comic book series version of what would be like Too Far Gone in the TV series. So that's really cool. Him and Carl right here, Rick and Carl holding each other. The prison is lost. So they lose it then, right? So very old school at this point to even look at. Volume number 9, Here We Remain. Okay, cool. So there's Carl and Rick. Afterwards, Chocolate Pudding in the TV series version they did with this one. Guys, remember that? Abraham introduced Eugene, Rosita. Oh, man. Glenn and the others way back when, right? Oh, my gosh. gosh, man, it's crazy at the end of the series, like who's still left out of all these different, iconic characters. Volume 10, What We Become, and you've got Rick here, and he's a biter, right? He's a live one, but he's a biter too, so that's really cool. In this one here, he goes savage. This was the season adapted to the season 4 finale when Rick bites the Claimers, Joe and the Claimers, Daryl, Carl. Who else is around there? That type of thing. Fear the Hunters, Volume 11. This was also, and cool on the back here, you got the Hunters here. I really like this one. Andrea, and she's kind of scared someone's watching her, that kind of thing. I really like this one. This was one of my favorites, too, early on in the series, right? Nice yellow cover and everything. This was great, man. And they just slaughter. So it's really exciting. And then they get the Hunters, right? And then they just savagely slaughter them. That's just brutal. So I love that one. That's kind of a special one for me because earlier on, I remember when reading it through with you guys, I was reviewing at that time, and that was one of my absolute favorites. And they adapted that in Terminus in the TV series. That was great, man. Season 5 premiere, very exciting. And then in the first half of Season 5. Volume 12, Life Among Them. So just kind of living in the dead after on the road, that kind of thing. This was also really good. And this also adapted well in the TV series. This was like the second half of Season 5 right here. So they were, kind of traveling around and finding their way to Alexandria. Volume 13, Too Far Gone. So not to be confused with the Too Far Gone for the TV series. Quite a bit different. There's Rick there at a party, and everyone's kind of chilling and relaxing in Alexandria, and he's just like, what the F? Douglas and some of these other characters here. So great stuff there. Volume 14, No Way Out. Oh my gosh, this one was so sick, man. No Way Out was awesome. You guys remember first reading this? There's Glenn and Heath, and they're like trying to climb over this to Sea of the Dead. That was so cool, man. In season 6, when you see that adapted, oh man, that's an exciting time for The Walking Dead for sure. So this one also, another special one, just right up there for me with Fear the Hunters and Made to Suffer, another really special one. Volume 15, We Find Ourselves, and you've got this beautiful blue, again, with the snowfall, and this is after the events of No Way Out, right? So after No Way Out, they're kind of finding who they are again and everything like this, and kind of cleaning up and that. Nothing too crazy in this one because it's right after No Way Out. So, but still good, right? Volume 16. So this turned out to be the halfway point, right? 16 to 32. So volume 16, A Larger World, ended up to be halfway through The Walking Dead. And that also, I was never expecting that, okay, The Walking Dead is halfway over and we saw A Larger World. It was building up with the new, bigger world, getting to meet the different communities with the hilltop and that. And it was still going really strong. No idea, no inkling that this was halfway through the series when it was. But it was. 16, 17, Something to Fear, right? Oh my gosh, there he is. There's the man. No face shot here yet. You don't get to see him yet. Dude with a chainsaw, very scary. Sledgehammer over here. Something to Fear. Oh man, Negan's introduction. There you got Lucille, and she is thirsty, right? Oh my gosh, what awesome. Dwight being introduced in this one too, and this contains issue 100, man. Whack. So we got to show, out of that, there's Glenn, bring him up. Oh my gosh, man, we got to show that one, right? We got to show that one. And everyone's thinking, oh, he's going to be saved, right? He's going to be saved. No. That was crazy, man. Oh my gosh, man. Right? Maybe my all-time. Maybe that's the peak right there. I don't know. Is that the best part of The Walking Dead? Was when Negan's introduced? I don't know, man. Everyone's got their favorites, right? But that's definitely one of the most exciting points of it, and also sad too, because Glenn was one of the best characters in all The Walking Dead. There's no question about it. Unfortunately, his son doesn't turn out to be as good as he was. Son spoiled and everything. Glenn would be ashamed, I think. Volume 18, What Comes After? Here we got Neegs on the cover, and we've got his King Ezekiel here, and just kind of, afterwards. So some good stuff in this one, too, with Carl and that. And also pretty exciting still with Negan. 19, March to War. So we're getting ready. We're getting closer. I always like this cover. I just thought it was a cool cover. You got the Greens. You got Rick and the others, the joint survivors here. We got the knife on the back. And, this was the one for Spencer, right? The TV series was pretty much adapted exactly, right? So, and still some fighting in this one. So very exciting still. And you've got season 7. This was season adapted in season 7 of the TV series. Still very good. One of my all-time favorite quotes here, and Negan does the speech, "We're the big swinging dick of this world," have been for a long fucking time. But it seems people are forgetting that. Now our big... Okay, I won't read the rest because you guys know it, but it's awesome. They didn't really adapt it exactly in the TV series. Maybe it just didn't feel right. Volume 20, JDM talking about big dicks and stuff. I don't know if that really adapt well to the TV series. All Out War, Volume 20. This was it for me, I think. This is probably my favorite time for The Walking Dead. And then All Out War Part 2, the final kind of battle. TV series version for these two, people were not happy with. It just didn't, for some reason, all of the action throughout Season 8, it didn't satisfy people. It wasn't, I don't know, doing a war in a TV series is very hard to do because of budget and time and how much time they have for each episode to do. They did their best. Let's just say that. They did their best. It didn't adapt to be that great. But for the comics, I think that'd still probably be the most exciting time for me reading the comics was All Out War, Parts 1 and 2. I think so. So that would be volumes 20 and 21 as my all-time favorite, probably. A New Beginning, volume 22, right? Another good one. So you got Magna and the others kind of coming in. We're getting close this time here. The TV series is a little bit past this, but this is, a big one for that. So you have that, and the Whispers just starting off, Dante and the others. So we're still seeing some of the stuff in this right now, really, in the TV series, and, fairly recent, right? So that's 22. 23, Whispers into Screams. We've also seen a lot of this, too. Comic book series version, Carl and Lydia, Future Uncertain, Carl here. So the introduction of the Whispers coming in, all that good stuff. Very good stuff. Cool. Volume 24, Life and Death. We just saw this one with the fair in The Walking Dead Season 9 with the festival and everything. So they had the fair. There's Lydia and Carl walking, hand in hand. And, that's cool. Alpha and the others and kind of, the Pike scene. So this is very recent. In the TV series, this is what we just, pretty much, this is where we ended off. This was it right here. So Volume 24, that's where we're at. And now into the stuff that we're probably going to be seeing in Season 10. No Turning Back, Volume 25. Cool one with Negan on Rick's, he's the devil on Rick's shoulder. So that's cool. I like that one, giving him advice. And we've got Andrea, Lydia, and Carl. Again, TV series version going to be so different for this one. But, another good one for the comics. Like this one. It's cool to have Rick still in the series, right? I'm not going to have that in the TV series, but... What can you do? Real life's different. Volume 26, Call to Arms. So we're almost all the way through here. So getting things ready. Dwight leading the military. Negan going to the Whisper. Some other stuff won't spoil because it's going to be adapted this year. Stuff with Brandon, stuff like this. So in about that time. And then Volume 27, The Whisper War. So we'll see what that looks like in the TV series. Here we have Beta going up against Negan in the comic series version. The Whisper War, Volume 27. So it was still really great. It went through kind of fast. A lot of these pages were really tons of different little cells and stuff like that. Definitely could have been stretched out probably into 2 volumes, but they opted not to. So okay, that's cool. And around here is also too where I feel like the pacing in The Walking Dead started to pick up the pace to go towards that conclusion a little bit faster than it seemed like. Maybe eventually we'll get some info about that and why the series seemed to pick up speed later on and kind of start going through a lot of these events. For example, Whisper War 1 volume, All Out War 2 volumes. So you could have done the Whisper War 2 volumes too if you really wanted to. So that's that one. Volume 28, A Certain Doom. We have Rick and Negan. This is the one where, spoiler warning, Rick or Negan saves Rick. Which is kind of cool to see, and also one I like a lot too. And Negan kind of turns over a new leaf, but we also see the end for Andrea, which is one that could we see something like that adapted this year in The Walking Dead? Could it be the end for Michonne maybe in the TV series? Maybe she doesn't survive on for the movies. Maybe she does die this year. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Volume 29, and we're almost at the end. This is almost it, right? Lines We Cross, the introduction of the princess, who, again, a new character that introduced, but not really used a whole lot considering the series was over pretty soon. And we've actually seen this already adapted, a lot of this in the TV series when Maggie goes to visit Negan and decides not to kill him. They already sort of did this one in the TV series, so that one's kind of already been adapted. Volume 30, New World Order, just reviewed this one recently, got the cool visor and all that stuff. New World Order, very cool, and it's good stuff here. So, introduction to the Commonwealth, still going strong. No indication that we were seeing close to... no indication that we were seeing things wind down here in the series. Not there. It's just not there. That's 30, 31, The Rotten Core I just reviewed, and won't give too many thoughts on that, but, very surprising that, hey, it's almost over, and we didn't see it here either. And then, the most shocking part of The Walking Dead is that it just ends right here. Rest in peace. So just reviewed this one yesterday. If you want to see my full review for it, here you have Rick in the cover. Smoke and fire everywhere, this kind of stuff. In the background of the Commonwealth, plumes of smoke coming up. Rest in peace. And that was it for The Walking Dead comics, man. There's Carl in the back. And unless we get something new in the future for The Walking Dead comics, and I can always hope, this is the end. So we end off with Carl, Rick's death in this volume out of nowhere, and then the time skip, and we see a grown-up Carl at the end. And that's it for The Walking Dead. It finishes off with the story being read to Andrea, Carl and Sophia's daughter. And, she says, "Read it again, Daddy," in a very touching part at the end, and kind of letter hacks there at the end. So read it again, Daddy. There it is. And we've gone over it a number of times, but let's end it off, I guess, with that as a show for The Walking Dead. Right there's grown-up Carl, looking a lot like Rick, just minus the one eye, of course. And his daughter looks a lot like Sophia. Very cool for The Walking Dead. And that's it, dudes. That's it, man. That's all. See if I can pick these up. It's pretty damn heavy, but this is all the volumes of The Walking Dead, the full completed collection. I'm glad it's here. I'm glad we got it. And I guess we'll pretty much wrap up the video here. Let me know what you guys think in the end of the total collection. Because there it is. Right there. That's the whole thing. To finish things off, how did you feel about the Walking Dead story all the way through? Did you have any feeling that it was going to end at 32 or that it was wrapping up when we got to about the Commonwealth time of 30, 31? And do you think that maybe something changed here and he did intend to go on further and he just decided to kind of speed up the pacing and go further towards the conclusion faster? What do you guys think? So there it is. The Walking Dead is now over. There's the collection show for you guys. I'll have to do something different with the background now. I mean, I guess I could put some of these up there for a while, maybe the last few volumes. But, should probably change it up somewhat considering the comics are over, so we can't have them there kind of forever as there isn't new content for it. But hopefully there'll be something else. They did do Here's Negan, so that was kind of a spin-off that's not really part of the rest. And that was good. I thought it was well received, and I thought it was really amazing. So here's to hoping eventually Kirkman does something else with it. Charlie Adler comes back, hopefully, and they do maybe a Walking Dead 2 or offshoots or something or a new story. I don't know. But I'm going to miss the series, and I hope you guys liked all the videos over the years where we gave our thoughts on the whole thing. If you like this video and seeing the full completed finish Walking Dead collection, then give it a thumb up below. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling right now about the series being over and everything. And thank you guys for all the support over the years. Thank you for everything that you've done for the channel, for me, for watching, for subscribing, for liking the videos. Everything you guys have done. And of course, we're just going to keep right on going. It's sad. It's over. It's done. Yeah, it's sad, but what are you going to do, man? Things come to an end eventually. So that's it for the Walking Dead comics. And we'll see what there is next. There's got to be something, right? Something's coming next. You don't know what it's going to be. I don't know, but that's it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Trev, saying peace.